Hi everybody, I hope everyone's doing well. This video I thought I would just share with you guys a little tried and tested technique that I do to prevent my under eye concealer from creasing, and it's something that I get frequently and commonly asked, and I'm not so sure why, but I guess it's a perennial challenge for most if not all of us. So I hope this is informative for you guys. So first of all, let me just begin by saying that there is no one straightforward reason for why under eye concealers do crease, and there also is yet to be that one product which, no matter which brand it is, no matter what claims they have, has yet to not crease on anyone. And I think it's largely because creasing on the under eye is a lot of factors. It doesn't just hinge on technique or product. It kind of is a great mix of both. So there is no one clear-cut answer or one clear-cut product I would recommend. And a lot of the time I will get messages in my inbox asking me, what concealer should I use? I can't seem to find a great concealer that does not crease in my under eye. So let me just begin by showing you guys that I have an entire drawer. Let me just make sure I have everything on here. This little drawer bin right here. Let me just show you guys. So this is my entire drawer devoted to concealers. And you see how I have quite a bit. And I'm going to show you guys slowly the two main different types that I use in effectively concealing the under eye. There are certain textures and formulations that just lend themselves so much better for certain purposes when you're trying to do any concealing. I'm going to show you guys really quickly the products that I layer to conceal my under eye. When it comes to tools, you can use a concealer brush, but I really prefer using my fingers for two reasons. One is that the natural warmth of your fingers really aids more in patting the product, and it just helps the product really melt into the skin more versus using some kind of a synthetic brush. And the second reason is that I find that with the fingers, because you can really control the pressure more, and the area on your under eye, it's one of the areas in your entire body that has the thinnest layer of skin. So I find it just really best getting in direct contact with this area using your fingers versus using some kind of a brush where you can actually get a bit more abrasive than you think you are being. And use your ring finger. The ring finger is said to be the most gentle in applying pressure sensitive area, so you don't really want to get all rough with that. So there's three basic products that I do use. The first one is what I like to call a base concealer. You go to a cosmetics counter, you're not gonna, if you ask somebody for a base concealer, it's not a category that is entitled that way. It's just a name. I kind of give this kinds of concealers. I'll show you a few of my favorites. Benefit Erase Paste, Eve Pearl Duo Salmon Concealer, Bobbi Brown Color Corrector, Laura Mercier Secret Concealer, the Tarte Dark Circle Defense. There is one common thread with all of them. First is obviously visually the packaging. They all come in pots or in pans, just these packagings. Second one that maybe is not so evident is the texture of the product itself. I mean, this is the erase paste right here by Benefit. How the product looks on my finger. I hope that is reflected in the screen. It has a thicker, a heavier feel to it, and it's not that blendable as well. It's not smooth. And the best way to apply something like this is really just in a patting motion or to blend it. When you're patting it, it has a tackiness to it. It's the kind of formulation that I gravitate towards when I'm thinking of a base concealer. And what it usually does is correct the dark circles and really just cover it up. And because the formulations are thicker, usually the pigmentation is thicker as well, and it's more opaque. When you're choosing a base concealer, choose one that veers more towards a peach kind of bisque undertone, you're not really looking for exactly your skin tone. You want something on a more peach side, and that's because peach neutralizes blue. Focus on applying the base concealer just if you're looking down and looking directly in the mirror, right here where the natural shadow of your eye is and the concentration usually of dark circles is. Sometimes on the outer corner as well, where you have some darkness, where your upper lids and your upper lash line and your lower lash line meet. Second concealer or product that I use is what I like to call a brightening concealer. MAC Select Cover Up, which is my holy grail of choice. Concealer of Kat Von D. Forever's Full Cover Concealer. Dior Skin Nude Skin Perfecting Hydrating Concealer. One thing with all of them, they all come in squeeze tube package. Usually the texture that I look for is something that is a bit more liquid-like, less creamy. Hence, it's a lighter formulation. Now, if you put it in the back of my hand, you're gonna see how blendable that is. And you can actually use a blending motion to actually blend that into your skin versus the first one. A second brightening highlighting concealer is for a larger surface area of my under eye. And if you can imagine the triangle from the inner corner of your eye to the outer point of your nose, and the outer point of your nose to the outer corner of your eye, in a larger surface area, a more blendable concealer just to seal the first base concealer, which corrects the actual dark circle. And then I just brighten the entire under eye. Last but not the least, grab any matte, and I emphasize matte, your exact skin tone powder to set everything. And for some reason, I picked this out one time and I've been using it for that ever since. This is the Clinique Almost Makeup in medium 05. You can use any brush you want. I use this medium size contour brush. It's actually a blush brush. And then I just dab it in here, and I like the shape because I find that it just works really well for the under eye, I guess because of the shape. That is it. It's set. So wow, that was a long explanation, but anyway, here's the clip. I hope this is helpful for you guys. This is something I've gotten asked quite a lot as of late. I think everybody's just having an under eye dark circle crisis, so I thought I'd just make a video. So I hope this is informative for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day or a great evening.